today we are going to Worcester, which is a ridiculous city name because it looks like Worcester, but apparently it's pronounced Worcester. But we're in a total adventure outfit. We got the big shapeless coat. We got the hair in the big bun on top of the head and the headphones. And then, weirdly enough, all my shoes are wet. So we had to pick the one pair of shoes that are not sopping wet. Because that didn't seem pleasant at all. And also, it's like 30 degrees. So that would really suck. I mean, it is March, but okay. We made it to Worcester. It's very cold still. But the funny thing about trying out new cities on the commuter rail is that they, like, you never know where in the city it's gonna drop you off. And so sometimes it's like the heart of downtown, which happens to be kind of like where I am right now. And then sometimes it's like the random forest rural area, and you're like, cool, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. So I think this will be fun. I didn't like look into places to like visit and go beforehand, so we're just gonna kind of wander about. I'm always intrigued by how like condominiums and hotels choose to market themselves, because you pass by a lot of them when you're on commuter rail trips, and there's one right outside the Providence commuter rail stop that says like, if you lived here, you'd be home now. And I'm like, literally anything ever could say that. Like any building, the ground, you know, like literally anything. And then I passed one on my way here, and it said, you're invited to an uncomplicated life. It's just a very strange thing. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, appreciate the invite. I'm like halfway up a rather large hill, so vaguely out of breath, but I have this habit that a terrible habit I developed living in Boston, which is that I have no idea when to cross the sidewalk, because the idea is that nobody waits for it to tell you. They just kind of know. And so I just wait until the person next to me starts walking, and then I'm like, yeah, time to go now. And sometimes that isn't great, especially when the person that is next to me walks at an awful time. And so I was crossing a street back there, and the person that was also crossing the street starts walking super confidently. And so I'm like, all right, time to walk. And I'm walking, and I'm doing it casually. Like, I'm doing it like the freaking thing says I got 45 seconds to cross the street. Like, I'm meandering. And I see this car, and it's like 3 lanes. And I see this car like start to move forward. I'm like, why are you starting to move forward? Like, can't you see it? I'm meandering here. And I look up, and they've just full on got a green light. Like, they just like full on, it's their turn to go. And I was like, oh no. So, lest it be said, I walked a lot faster on the second half of that sidewalk than the first. I was like, was this person that I was like waiting for just like, yeah, it's my time. Like, you could wait for me. So I was just like a total asshole in this crosswalk. I've accidentally wandered myself onto a college campus, which happens a lot more in Boston than it does anywhere else typically, but I've done it in Rhode Island a couple times too. But we're at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, I believe, which I did not know existed. I think I'm also like fairly close to Holy Cross. But it wasn't the direction that I was planning on going, so I didn't visit by there. But I was walking around for a while, and then I got super exhausted. So I was like, I need to find a spot to just kind of like plop down for a while. And so I was going to navigate myself to a Starbucks, but then I like accidentally navigated myself to a Starbucks in one of the college campus buildings, like so far in it that like you can't tell which building from the outside has the Starbucks. And I was like, I don't feel like doing that today. So I passed up on the Starbucks thing. Also, I like looked up smoothie places to try and see if I could like vibe with one of those, but they were all kind of like weird. Because I'm more of like a hippie Whole Foods smoothie person, not like a this is half a slushy, half a smoothie kind of thing. You know, like, I don't want to feel like I'm having a dessert. I want to feel like I'm having, like, a breakfast. So, yeah. But there's some interesting buildings around here. And I'm on this, like, super cool stage right now. Just like that. I don't know if you can see anything. But it's nice and, like, cool and big. And I feel super important laying on it right now. But I think I'm going to chill out for a bit longer. Maybe stretch? Maybe. And then I think I'm going to slowly wander my way to the library. Because I brought a book with me for if I got bored and wanted to sit down. And I kind of want to sit down. So, there we go. I've been looking for, like, a coffee place or a smoothie place this whole time. And, like, could not find one for the life of me. And so I, like, finally found one, and I was, like, only, like, oh, that says Salem Street. That's cute. But I could, like, only find, like, one, and it only, like, half looked like I could get something from it. And so I, like, looked at the menu, and I, like, went in with, like, a smoothie thing, And they were like, actually our blender's broken, you can't have a smoothie. And I was like, cool, perfect, yeah, love. You see Salem Street. And I was like, well, we're already here. So I ended up with a chai latte, and I think I'm so used to the chai lattes from Starbucks that it's kind of peculiar, but it works. I've got like 1 hour left in Worcester. I just sat in the library for a while reading some of the book I brought. Also, the hair is getting like crazier and crazier as the time ticks by, but I'm just gonna kind of chill for the rest of it. Got my phone, got a good charge in the library, which was nice. And yeah, it's been a okay day. And then we're gonna get back on the commuter rail, and I have an appointment for pasta at 7. So I think that's gonna be the end of this one. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed. One more thing, I normally don't go to ice cream shops because like that's hard to find vegan things, and that's normally the thing that trips me up in them. But I googled this one place because it was liquid nitrogen ice cream, and I was like, hell yeah. And they have vegan stuff, so if you're ever in Worcester, Sub-Zero nitrogen ice cream. Also, this is a medium. This is huge. This is so much ice cream. It's like custom, so mine's vegan chocolate with walnuts in it, and like I'm so excited. And it looks so cool when they're making it too.